Oh my god, I didn't say go live. Okay. Okay.
The chat is,
The chat,
they seem fine.
that was like, that person saying yippee was like
Okay.
15 minutes ago. Okay. Wait, I'm just gonna like hop on the Discord real quick and just say, it's happening now. Okay. Okay, I said, OMG, it's happening now, sorry. Okay. Well, sorry to everyone who didn't get to hear Sparkbird and Gray and Green. There will be more shows. Everyone here, lucky you. Well, except for people who came in. Okay, I'm making it weird. Okay. So, Lead and Tin. This one goes out to Tim Stoker from the Magnus Archives. Because I accidentally labeled this on TikTok. I changed the name of the sound so that people would know what song it was, and I wrote Lead and Tim. Actually, no, I wrote Lead and Tin, and it corrected it. I tested this out later, because I was like, I did not write Tim. And I didn't. It auto-corrected it to Lead and Tim, and then in the Discord, someone drew a picture of our favorite, like, queer couple, Lead. Lead clearly is a non-binary coded name. And Tim. Yes, okay. I was trying to make this a different song, I think. I thought I had been shot 1,000 times. It's not a shocking way to die in the fields aside of the enemy lines. But I fired my fair share of guns, and I know full well that bullets don't just fall down from the sky. So I opened up my eyes. I saw a flash of light. I saw it through the black. Whoa, I saw the flooded track. I felt the hail upon my back. Oh, I saw the start of the foggy maze. I couldn't see for several days, but then a sunbreak finally burned away the haze. You know I'd kiss you if I could, but my lips are made of wood, and it wouldn't do to splinter you in an unfamiliar neighborhood. I dodged a ball of flames, fueled by the dust the sun kicked up. A stone's throw from the tonsil crypt, I strewed the beaten path on a sup. Tight-lipped and planing through the murky mill-ray surface, these flavescent leaves, crispy teardrops shed from crying trees, murmurations. 'Tis autumn, no, only fall outside beside a chemical breeze. Oh, stratocumulus, oh, circumbendibus, I saw and ceased to push. I'd seen and heard too much. My oar became a crutch. I sculled into a reef. It sawed the board in half. I saw my former single fin. I soldered lead and tin. I sauntered out. I saw interred my kith and kin. You know I'd hold this post a while if I could only learn to smile. But by the time I've earned the privilege, only grimaces will be in style. Surf scoter on the pond, coyote on the fescue, Sirocco's on the flesh, globe lightning to the rescue. An earthly comet rolling by, a stoic guide toward a nuclear era. No shadows cross the sterile mind, no leks distract the prairie chickens from their terror. I found a brand new clearing next to the old new clearing, a welcome change from the adjacent older new old clearing. I didn't feel at peace, but I didn't feel at war. A welcome change. You know I went to your old home. You know the site of your new grave. You know I'd pay my last respects, but the respects I have I'd better save. Thank you. I feel like I'm still adjusting to this piano. For example, well, I don't need to talk about it. Just, I'm getting my bearings. Okay, let's see. This one, I feel like it doesn't really need an introduction. It's a feeling we all feel. Rough time of year, does it get to you too? When it rains and it rains and your shoes never dry, I stay inside with my veins full of glue, and I stick to a screen till my battery dies. I don't need to be rich, only so wealthy as to pay for my food. I don't need to be huge, only so big as to ever be noticed. Rough time of year, do you sit through it too, with that envy so strong that you can't even move? I must confess an embarrassing truth. Almost nothing can hurt me like thinking of you. You've got a beautiful home, best-selling novel and effortless style. You enchant the people around you, they swoon when you show even the hint of a smile. Time of year, does it darken the doors to the lofty salons of the luminaries? I wouldn't know, I wouldn't know, I only know weeks of god-awful overcast days, abstinence from sun on the skin, drifting deeper and deeper into quarantine until my own company begins to wear thin. Thank you. So the Magnus Archives got a reaction from a few people. Who's listened to the Magnus Archive? Okay. I am on episode 195, I think, out of 200. So I'm very, very, very close to the end. It's sort of an interesting thing to have be the soundtrack of your life. That was like a self-reference. I listened to it all the way to Vancouver and all the way back. That's like 11 hours of like consecutive Magnus Archives listening. And so when I was playing that song, I was like getting goosebumps thinking about Martin and like the lonely. Anyway, I won't. Okay, if you know, you know. Okay, this one, Arboretum. Okay, this is the newest song that I've released, and it's yay, and it's about tree relationships, which can be tricky to say. Try saying tree relationships. It feels strange in the mouth, doesn't it? So I was I was dating someone. A lot of things are about dating someone, I guess. Which is, I guess, why this song came into being, because it's about sort of having dated a number of people that like you have the ghosts of them everywhere, and it's kind of like building up to be too many plants if you associate each one of them with a plant. So all those plants in one place. That's an arboretum, isn't it? Okay, whatever, yeah. Touring a trench in the mulch between your patch and mine, I stubbed myself on a treacherous thistle and I cried out. If it were merely a matter of a stray thorny bristle, a barrier screen could be laid and I wouldn't miss you. We could go the distance, were there more disease resistance on your part? Nothing lasts forever when you never let it start. Every day I pass this way, I expect to find you waiting for me beneath the branches of the buckeye tree, waving upon meadow front, siphoning orange juice with a Arbor Polish wand. Red horse chestnut, clever disguise. I of course guessed but said you'd never naturalize. Species agassiz and zig, tough to keep plants in one place. Any chance they get they die a spore or else transmutate. Traipsing, looping garden paths, chasing floodplain to below, tracing roots to ponderosa, tangling with the strangler fig. Now in an old growth bald cypress stand, knees locked in the strand swamp, black and yellow crowned night herons abound in colonies conferring on me collective memory. My eyelids flutter, orbits fill with water, hemlock in my hammock, limbs thrash, I spit and sputter, alligator drags me under into the solution hole to protect me from elements of fantasy that thrive in shady reality, to offer respite from the demands of gardening, to show me trees are just the fruit of an even bigger tree. I feel like at the end of that song, that instrumental is like the scariest thing that I play. Like, and I'm just watching my hand and just like, don't overthink it. 'Cause if it slips, then it's like, it's gone. It's like, it feels like I just have to trust my hand. We'll just do all those little changes. Okay, let's see. This one, I just changed so on Spotify there's a thing called Canvas. It's the thing that plays like the little movie or like moving pictures, such as film. It's happening while you listen to the song, and it's called Spotify Canvas, and I think no one knows this except for artists, probably. I don't think they tell anyone in the world this except for the artists. But I just changed it today, and so if you want to see that, you gotta go listen to it. That was my cool story. Yeah, that really was the whole story, wasn't it? Okay. I am in trouble with myself again. I am in trouble. I am in trouble with myself again. I am in trouble, but I do believe there's beauty within. That's why I can't stop picking my skin. Digging for a buried treasure, digging for a way for me to say goodbye to the stranger on the other side. Say hello to the bliss of a disembodied mind. I am in trouble with myself again. I am in trouble. I am in trouble with myself again. I am trouble, but I do believe there's a reason to live. That is why I'm gonna go to sea in a sieve. Get me soaked and squeeze me through till there's nothing left to do but say goodbye to the stranger on the other side. Say hello to the bliss of a disembodied mind. Myself again. I am in trouble. I am in trouble with myself again. I am in trouble, and I don't believe we could ever agree. That's why I'll do anything to keep myself away from me. Maybe when I'm out of sight, I'll see me in a better light. Goodbye to the stranger on the other side. Say hello to the bliss of a disembodied mind. I am in trouble with myself again. I am in trouble. I am in trouble with myself again. I am in trouble. Thank you. Thank you so much. This one I wrote for this. Some of you might know this. I wrote this for a project called Telephone. It's like an art version of the game Telephone. I was given a painting by an artist in Istanbul, and my job was to try to take this abstract, this sort of, I don't even know how to describe it. It was a painting, and it was abstract, and I was supposed to turn it into a song, and I did. and then someone would be given my song and had to turn that into their own art form, whatever it was. And I don't know how many thousands of people participated in this, but it was very cool, and it still exists online. So if you go find it somehow, if you search like telephone, even if you search the name of this song, it probably would come up. And then you can see what came before, and it's interesting to see how, like, I think I did a decent job because I feel like what came after conveyed things about the paint. It's interesting to see the through lines of, I don't know, like you sort of wonder, how does this work? It's like the artists involved were very, like, I don't know, clearly did a good job thinking about what they were doing. Anyway, this is what I came up with. This is not the end. Oh, I'm gonna start that over. Okay. This is not the end of the growing season, though it is the end of the bloom. Something sacred hides in every drop of dew, in every rose water rivulet that runs from you. Something sacred pulses at the core of you, holding your smalt and obsidian residue. Arabesque design flourishes that fade with time, leaving just outlines of the flower that grew. And when they fall away, you give into the skies of grey. You return to your original you. You return to your original hue. You return to your original blue. You return to your original you. Something dormant, hibernating out of view, like a dream until the date comes true. Something dormant till it stirs anew, and you're more than stained glass, you're the light that comes through. Arabesque design flourishes that fade with time, leaving just outlines of the flower that grew. And when they fall away, you give into the skies of grey. You return to your original you. You return to your original hue. You return to your original blue. You return to your original you. This is not the end of the growing season, though it is the end of the bloom. Thank you. All right. So the next one is going out to Ren and August because it's their song, which it is a sad song, silent film. So I wrote it. I don't want to like ruin the romantic vibes by talking about the backstory, which was that my partner and I had a parrot an African gray parrot named Gabby, and she came with the name. We did not name her, and she would say Gabby Goober, and which was like, I think we found very like cringy for a long time, but then we got used to it. There was a time where we were like, can we rename her? Is there anything that sounds like Gabby that we could like? I don't know why we were like against that name. I guess just because we didn't choose it. But she was so entertaining. I feel like we counted maybe, certainly almost 100 things that she said. She said so many things. We thought of her as, do you know what a Foley artist is? So a Foley artist adds the sounds on whether it's like a podcast, like an audio drama, or on a TV show. They'll add the sounds, and we did Foley on silent film actually, because at the beginning we needed to have it for the music video, because I was like in a bed and we didn't have, the sheet noises weren't good, and so we had to like record me like rustling sheets. And then we put that in. So that's Foley. But Gabby was like the Foley artist for our lives. Like if you dropped something, she would say whoops. And if you like took a sip, she would make a water drinking noise, and then you'd set it down and she would make a clunk. And if you put on a jacket, she'd go zip, and she'd even say jacket. And she would be like, gotta go outside. And every night at 8 o'clock, she would say, it's time to go to bed. Gotta go to bed. And yeah, she was such a big presence in our lives, and then she just passed away like really unexpectedly. Birds are weird like that. It's like, there's never a long drawn out process. I feel like it's just like, 5 minutes later, like you no longer have this bird in your life, and it's so wild. And it was just, it was like a very traumatic sort of experience. Not to dump that on you. But you are here at my trauma-filled music show. Yes. So, but then Adam had to go into work. Adam's my partner. He had to go into work, and I was home in what felt like an incredibly like quiet apartment. It was just unbearably quiet, and so I was like, I need to do something with these emotions. And so I sat down and I wrote this song. In one sitting, which is very unlike me. Usually I hem and haw over things for a long time. But yeah, so this is what I came up with. I am living in the eye of the storm, winded and unwound down on the floor, trying to find the door, trying to find the door, trying to find the door. I can't see for all the dust in the air. Could wave it away, but I wouldn't dare. Some of it might be you, some of it might be you, some of it might be you. Every day and every night you were the soundtrack of my life, and now it's all a silent film. Every cloudy afternoon your voice rang out and lit the room, but now it's always dark and oh so quiet. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. Sometimes the days were long, sometimes the days were long, sometimes the days were long, but the years were so short. I am living in the shell of home, Never dreamed I'd feel so sad and alone again. Didn't we have more time? I thought we had more time. Couldn't we have more time? Every day and every night you were the soundtrack of my life, and now it's all a silent film. Every cloudy afternoon your voice rang out and lit the room, but now it's always dark and oh so quiet. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. Trying to find the door, trying to find the door, trying to find the door. Thank you. Okay. The next one, I haven't played this song live in years, like so many years. I'm trying to think when the last time might have been. Maybe 2018 or something. It's been so long. It's called Sedentary City. And hopefully it goes okay. Yeah, all right. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm gonna start it over. Okay. Try to wend your way through the thickest thickets and avoid the ratchet call reviews of the grey catbird critics. Easily the mimic muse, be more original. They heard it from a bird more qualified to say it. Freely they propose a game of musical chairs. They bend the rules so they will win it when they play it. Where there's a seat, there'll be someone sitting pretty, calling your every shot and shooting down your every call for help. Your even feet won't ensure an even footing. Your standing won't be understood in the sedentary city. Try to look to your laurels in a boxwood hedge at public capacity. Try to rest among the mockingbird occupied topiary thrones. Eerily the tin can chorus vacates the premises abruptly and without an echo. Sturdy and upright in the spotlight, you emanate your candidacy for upholstery. Where there's a seat, there'll be someone sitting pretty. And where the seating's scarce, you'll get your shot at getting shot at. Your beating heart won't save you from a heartfelt beating. Your standing won't be understood in the sedentary city. Eddie, 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 Eddie. City, Eddie, 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 Eddie. City, Eddie, 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 Eddie. City, Eddie, 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 Eddie. Thank you. All right, this is another old one, Japanese Garden, and it's funny. So I realized in the program I accidentally put the second half of the lyrics upside down, which it's funny especially to me because that's the point where it goes into Russian lyrics, and so already that part, the lines before it goes into Russian are "everything will be simple someday soon," and so it's kind of a joke because the next lines are in Russian, and now they're also upside down. But if you're online, then it's just normal. I should have flipped it for you though. But then I actually thought about doing that, and then I was like, no, because that'll be like really annoying, unless they download it and then can flip that page again. I was like, just let it be what it is, Stephen. Okay. Breaking through the ice, I scuttle down the riverbank till I espy the arboretum in your house, in your home. And covered in mud, I crawl into a carapace and down the hallway. Ooh, the coniferous buoy bobbing on alpha waves inspire a siren song, compose a nodding poem that will never see the light of day, that will never see the light, but I read in a dream. Japanese garden, head on the shoulder, Japanese maple, read in a dream. Japanese garden, head on the shoulder, Japanese maple, read in a dream, read in a dream. Crossing crooked bridges, safe to knit you any garment now, but I cast off my crafty armaments, I cast you aside and I scoot away. But didn't we ditch those demons? Are we not free to freeze and thaw as we please, to perch on branches whittled into benches built for human shivering en cœur en hiver, un cœur qui ne verra jamais la lumière, mais je lis dans un rêve, jardin japonais, tête sur épaule érable, tout Japon, je lis dans un rêve, jardin japonais, tête sur épaule érable, tout Japon, je lis dans un rêve, lis dans un rêve. Everything will be simple someday soon, everything will be simple, oh so simple. Everything will be simple someday soon. Простите мне, что я решился к вам писать перо в руке. Вырезанные мне насвали, у меня кожа покраснела на свекольном красителе. Вы меня поймали с поличным, читающего во сне ирландца, ходящего в шотландке. Я люблю неразумно, но безмерно. Я люблю неразумно, но безмерно. Я люблю относительно, дополнительно сосновой шишки. И не беру в голову, собственно, я верю ютную яму ему. Очевидно, язык мой враг мой, а языка чужого я не опасаюсь, не боюсь укрепиться в густолиственном лесу. Тучи собираются над мной, я пережду грозу. И как только вы дадите оценку, я дам вам компенсацию. И секретно в карман пальто окаменелую незабудку. Я дам 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 дам, я дам 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 дам, я дам 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 дам. I don't wanna be forgotten, I don't want to be forgotten, I don't want to be forgotten anymore, Denuding adamant layers, I peel past a period of interregnum and inherit the gilt cardboard crown from the downy crested phoenix. my predecessor in this queue of panels in triptychs painted and pruned. The kingdom's a sham, Hamlet without the prince. And though a tree you may well be, I am not convinced. Copperhead on hickory shoulder, curled under covers a fetal web of words. Read in a dream, Japanese garden, copperhead on hickory shoulder, breaking through the ice. Encore en hiver. Thank you. Oh my God, I can't believe how close we're getting to the end already. It feels like no time has gone by for me. Hopefully, maybe it's because of that false start on the internet. They missed 15 minutes, so it feels like I missed 15 minutes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, Minor Holiday has been known to make children cry. So if you have I think the kid who cried to it was like maybe 3 when he cried to it. It was the part about the polar bears and the flowers. And I guess that he cried inconsolably for 20 minutes. And couldn't listen to that song for years. But then, now he's like 9. And at my show in Eugene recently, I was like, Miles, is it okay if I play this song? And he was like, what? And his dad was like, when you were a kid, you cried it over it. And I was like, he's still a kid. He's still so little. This was like yesterday to me. Okay. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Wake up and look out the window. Half the yard is burning and the other half is covered in snow. Is it Arbor Day? Is it Boxing Day? I'm sure today must be a minor holiday. Seasons, grievings to us one and all. Once we get the hang of it, we'll forget to get upset, bearing each unsettling new pall. So adaptable, we're so adaptable. So adaptable, we're so adaptable. As the world is ending, we can keep pretending that none of this will matter in an hour. First we lose the polar bears, now we lose the flowers. Not a summer's day, not a winter's day. Not a summer's day, not a winter's day. Shall I compare thee to the judgment day? Is it All Saints' Day? Is it All Souls' Day? Is it All Fools' Day? Is it All Saints' Day? Is it All Souls' Day? Is it All Fools' Day? Is it Arbor Day? Is it Boxing Day? I'm sure today must be a minor holiday. and the world is ending, and we keep pretending that none of this will matter in an hour. 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 Thank you. Right, and now in this song we recover from that. A city in ruin, but only for the blink of an eye. A pitiful tune, but only for a moment in time. In the long run we came back to these old streets when the barriers had all gotten buried at sea. And when these buildings all turned green, we agreed it's better than it used to be. How long has it been since we last felt fear of the sun and the wind? And how long will it be till we feel the metropolis of Eden? We live in Israel, a city in blue, a city that adapts to survive. A little more room for underdogs and misfits to thrive. In the rooftop gardens, the purple finches are backing out the eyes of the wild yellow sunflowers, smiling at vanilla skies. And you and I are finally free to do the things we like, be it making art or making out and stargazing every night. And oh, how sweet would it be if an eastern phoebe nested on the balcony? And oh, how sweet to begin seeing life as a gift, not a contest to win. We came back to these old streets when the barriers had all gotten buried at sea. And when these buildings all turned green, we agreed it's better than it used to be. How long has it been since we last felt fear of the sun and the wind? And how long will it be till we feel the metropolis of Eden? We live in Israel. Oh, how long has it been since we last felt fear of the sun and the wind? And how long will it be till we feel the metropolis of Eden? We live in Israel, a city in bloom, where we can do the things we like. A city in bloom, where we can do the things we like. A city in bloom, where we can do the things we like. A city in bloom. Thank you. Okay. This is, I feel like, without this song, probably a number of you wouldn't be here. Who knows if I would even be here? No, I would have survived. So this is the one that is almost at 2 million streams now. Yeah, I keep checking it, and it's like, I think it's gonna hit 2 million in a few days, which is shocking. It's so wild. It continues to be so wild. And like, yeah, things continue to unfold because of this song. Like TikTok reached out to me and was like let's, I don't know, we want to like help you get November out there even more. And so they're like paying like cosplayers to cosplay, like just a few people, I guess. Like it's some sort of creator. It's weird. It's like a thing where they, I don't know, if you are a certain level of influencer or something, you can like go into this part of TikTok where it's like, here are some little tasks you could do and we might pay you for it. And so this person did this like Thumbelina TikTok to this song, which felt very not necessarily fitting the vibe, but I was like, huh, this must not be like that someone liked this song and did it. It was that they wanted to get money for doing it. But in any case, I'm maybe getting too real here. But these are the kind of things that will hopefully make it so that I can make more music. If TikTok is helping me in this weird way, hopefully it all leads to being able to, like, you know, pay bills and like eat food and stuff. Only so wealthy as to pay for my food. That's what I said, and I can stand by it. No more than that. Okay, so November. Anyway, you're like waiting. Okay. One small sound, one small word, in tongues all over the world. I said it, I said it. One small word, I said it, I didn't, I said it, I didn't. Tongues all over. Out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. I'll never hide my scars. One small sound, one small sight, one unsheathed knife must glint in an alternate timelines. Light one rust-ridden blade juts out of a friendly moonstruck shape to tear, tear, terribly, terribly, tear, tear, terribly the delicate crepe of night. Familiarity breeds indifference. Familiarity breeds discontent. Familiarity breeds indifference. Familiarity breeds discontent. Time machine, a pungent, putrid, brownish green November smile, blandishing my two-timing door. One small sound, one small bite, one toenail tooth, one loggerhead shrike, muscular mind, vertebrate, doppelganger on barbed wire in a parallel universe. My tongue parallelly bleeds. One small drop in a month full of blood, in tongues all over the world. I said it, I didn't, it doesn't matter what I said or didn't. Admitted you were never going to get it. I was always gonna get it. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my familiarity breeds. Familiarity breeds. Not only is it thicker, blood is stickier than water. Maybe that's relevant somehow. Can I explode now? Thank you. Okay. Actually, today are any of you fans of Life series? Okay, Minecraft YouTube stuff. Well, today I was like looking, okay, the long story short is that I was looking at Good Times with Scar cosplays on TikTok, and like it was weird because I kept getting jump scared by November. And like I should have known that was gonna happen, but I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that to be my song on this cosplay. But I guess that's the thing. That is like, that's how the song got to where it is. So, so should not be surprised. But yeah, I keep like, I guess I did a cosplay for a Steven Universe thing several years ago, and I'm like, I keep thinking it would be fun to do something else like now. But then I'm like, oh my god, it's so much work. It just seems, I'm like, what do I know? Like my mom made me my costume for the cosplay that I did. I'm like, do I just ask my mom to make me more stuff? And I feel like that's not the cosplay way. I don't know. You're saying yes, though.
I'm paying someone to make me a costume.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so.
It's a whole thing.
Okay. So
Usually I have a family friend make it.
Okay.
But this one in particular, that said family friend's been way too busy, so I was like, fine, I'll just pay someone however much they say.
Money really does buy happiness. Yeah. Okay. That is good to know that I have. Do I have everyone's permission then to outsource my my cosplay creation? Okay. Good to know.
Cosplay parts. I like the money.
Nice. Okay.
Thrift for things. Like I
Yeah.
thrift.
I guess the one part of that costume that I did make was the shoes. Like I didn't make the shoes. I'm not a cobbler, but I got the like these white shoes, and I like stitched the little like pink bead to them. That was the one thing that I did. Oh, and I made the little star. I made my crystal gem. So I did that out of. It wasn't the best though, and I think that was a weak point in the costume possibly. So anyway, what I keep thinking is like, where do these Scar cosplayers get their fancy ponchos? Because I love those things. Anyway, okay, I'll play another song. I could sit here and talk about that all day. Okay, Varied Thrush. If only someone here could do a Varied Thrush impression. Call? At my last show, there was someone who could do it. It's buzzy and whistly at the same time. If anyone can just sort of whip that out right now. Okay, you'll just...
Same time.
Yeah, all at the same time. Yeah, ooh, try whistling and humming at the same time. Or like whistling and making... Yeah, that's why I'm not doing it. Because I can't. Okay, so just imagine that my birder friend Alan, who has been birding for like 50 plus years or something, like he was in the front row, and so he was just like, ta-da, he did it, and everyone's like, whoa. And I said he should go on tour with me, and he was like, no. Yes, okay, I'll play it. Okay. Hush, hush, listen to the varied thrush. The freezing rain has pushed them down into the valley with the rest of us, flushed from the comfortably lush forest floor. They draw their bows across serrated edges of musical saws and crush the frigid, sharply painted heart. Painted? Okay. The frigid, sharply pointed hearts of icicles like us. Crush, 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 swish, swish. The osprey hovers seeking fish. The glassy pond displays the menu but won't serve the dish. To birds who wish to linger when the air turns cold, defying pressure to defer to cackling geese and western gulls. Wish, 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 wish. Who doesn't wish they could begin to leave? Who doesn't wish they could believe in letting something end? We have these wishes, but we're hung up on a superstitious focus on the family. We see in collared doves with love much stronger than we probably should ever hope for ours to be. Are we? Yeah, we are today. Will we be? We will be tomorrow. Were we? Yeah, we were already long ago. We don't know what price makes sense to pay, so we settle for indebted sorrow, never knowing we could dine and dash into that nullifying snow. Thrash the so-called trash birds taking baths, betray their cuteness in the recklessness with which they lash their lustrous feathers, petroleum with flecks of ash, in an unseasonable puddle glaciating fast. Splash, 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 freeze, splash, 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 freeze, splash, 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 freeze, splash, splash, splash. Hush, hush, listen to the varied thrush. Hush, 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 listen to the varied thrush. Hush, 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 hush. Thank you. All right, so last song. Hopefully it's okay to just do one more. Hopefully you're all uncomfortable and just eager to get up and be out of here. No, I'm so glad that you all came, and like even more people came over time. It's like every time I look out, there's more, until it's like we're at crush capacity. That isn't really what happened. If you're online, that's not exactly how it's going. But I forget that there are people here who, you know, might be gullible. No, I'm very gullible. Like, I'll believe anything. So I have to be careful. I know that there are other people like me out there. This song, what was someone saying about Blue Jay? Someone was saying that it was like Martin Blackwood from the Magnus Archives, like gender euphoria. Like, he's gotten out of the lonely and he's living his best life. That isn't a spoiler, this is just speculation. Okay, yeah, but so for the rest of you, it's about Blue Jays. And oh my God, I was just looking at this song on TikTok today, and there are so many people who have just used this song for their random Blue Jay videos. And it's really fun to me because it's like, I swear every single one of these people is a person who would never follow me. Like, it's like I'm not gonna like say things about them, but and if you look into it, you'll be like, that's not completely true, but I'm exaggerating is the thing. So, but some of them for sure, I'm like, you are listening to queer ass music and you have no idea. So yes, all right, okay. Ta-da! Today. The headache finally goes away, the headache finally goes. Ta-da! Today, I find the harmony between my heart and body and my brain. Everything will be okay. And if you... Wait, those are words, right? And if you ask what bird I want to be, I'll say a blue jay. If you ask what time I want to leave, I'll change the conversation. If you lean in close and kiss me, I won't mind. I'll probably respond in kind. Ta-da! Today, I find the energy to play. I find the energy. Ta-da! Today, I hear a friendly melody and every enemy refrain. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Across the bay, ta-da, today, I A sudden symphony is somewhere out there trumpeting my name. Everything will be okay. And if you ask what bird I want to be, I'll say a blue jay. If you ask what time I want to leave, I'll change the conversation. If you lean in close and kiss me, I won't mind. I'll probably respond in kind. 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 Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And I guess that's it. I really feel like I should be applauding for you for some reason. I just have that feeling. Like, you're so amazing, you came, oh my god. So I'm gonna go to the merch table, but you don't have to buy anything. You can just come talk if you want. Let's see, I'm gonna end this stream, because last time I forgot to end it.